forte di 1000 trend. La vera eleganza è eliminazione, togliere tutto ciò che non è necessario. Nel taglio perfetto di una giacca c'è già tutta la nostra storia. La bellezza italiana non grida.
Welcome back, my friends. This is Milano Fashion Week, Men's Spring Summer 2027. In this video, I gathered together different piece of news that are really relevant in these days. Let's start with the biggest move. Zegna is not in Milan this week. The brand took its Spring Summer 27 show to Los Angeles on June the 5th. This was a strategic decision made in full coordination with Camera Nazionale della Moda Italiana and the executive chairman Gildo Zegna. He said he was, quote, proud to bring Zegna's legacy and made in Italy excellence to the United States. America is one of their most important market. So Milan waits and Los Angeles gets the show. But here's the twist. Because Zegna left, Thom Browne came in. For the first time ever, Thom Browne is on the official Milano Fashion Week men's calendar. The show is today, June 22nd, and it is set up at Palazzo Serbelloni, the neoclassical palace in the center of Milan, also home to the Thom Browne's offices. Browne said himself, and quote, I promised Gildo I would do a show in Milan for him. This is their moment, and this is also our moment, because this is history. First time, Milan, Thom Browne. Now, let's talk about Armani. Giorgio Armani closes the week always today, June 22nd, and this closing is historic for a very different reason. For the first time, the co-presentation is led by Pantaleo Dell'Orco and Silvana Armani. Together, one of the same stage, 1 year after the founder stepped back during his convalescence. This is the beginning of a new Armani era, and Milan is watching closely. Let's zoom out. The full calendar of this edition counts 75 events in total, 16 physical shows, 6 digital shows, 44 presentations. Milan is leaner this season. Gucci is absent. Fendi is absent. Both brands are in internal creative transition. What we see instead is a mix. American icons returning, emerging voices stepping forward, Italian institutions holding the line. Ralph Lauren came back to Milano on Friday, June 19, with 2 shows and 5 at 7. 2 presentations in one evening. It's a lot for a maxi show and a brand. After the success of last season's return, the brand is doubling down on Italy. Paul Smith and Setu showed back-to-back on Saturday, June 20th. 2 visions of menswear, one minimalist and Japanese, and the ironic British. On Sunday, June 21st, Prada showed, consolidating its position as the intellectual anchor of the week. Sol Nash and Domenico Refice, both emerging names in contemporary menswear, presented the same day. And there is more. Pronounce celebrated its 10th anniversary this season. Caruso, Massimo Alba, and Piacenza, 1733, returned to the calendar after absences. These are the historical Italian manufacturers coming back. That is a signal worth watching. One more thing about the geography of this fashion week. The neighborhood of Bovisasca, via Bovisasca 87, hosted an unusual number of shows and presentations this season. This is a shift. The center of Milan fashion is moving outside the traditional quadrilatero. A new map is being drawn. Now I need to give you the real pictures. Because behind the runaway, there is a crisis and there is a protagonist. The name is Luigi Lardini, creative director and co-founder at Lardini, one of Italian's most respected tailoring houses, said it clear. This is the worst crisis he has ever seen in the fashion sector. His words were, not mine. The data confirms it. Italian fashion and luxury revenues fell 2.6% in 2025, reaching approximately 93 billion euros. International tariff pressure is real. Chinese imports into Europe rose 8.7%, a direct consequence of US tariff redirecting Chinese surplus into our market. Italian exports, on the other hand, remain weak. European purchasing power is declining. The Italian fashion industry employs 600,000 people across more than 60,000 small and medium enterprises. But the sector risks a shortage of 40,000 qualified technician workers by 2026. The craft skills that build made in Italy are not being passed on fast enough. At the same time, the market is polarizing. Ultra luxury is holding. Prada is gaining market share. The projected compound annual growth rate for Italian luxury is 2026 is between 3.5 and 5.2%. Digital channels will represent 25 to 30% of revenues by the end of this year. The brands that survive this cycle will be those who invest in direct-to-consumer, in digital, and in the iconic value of Made in Italy. Before I go, Pitti Uomo 110 closed on June 19, the same day Milan opened. The guest designer was Simone Cochi, presenting her first independent menswear collection. Chi non Nino Mia also showed in Florence. The curatorial team Futuro Maschile, translated as the masculine future, set the mood for the entire season. Bright, luminous, David Hockney inspired. A deliberate contrast to the weight of the economic moment. And this is Milano Fashion Week. Glamour on the surface, pressure underneath. And in the middle, as always, me, Simona Cochi, as a journalist and the producer of The Italian Way. Keep on staying tuned. See you soon.